Hello everyone, my name of course is Artimage and welcome to day 17 of VEDA Vlog Everyday April, and we're still going strong. Now obviously I am a tabletop gamer as much as anything else that I do for gaming. Even though I was raised primarily on video games, there's been a lot that has drawn me to the tabletop since I was a child. Now clearly a lot of the things I do that are tabletop are not available in most stores. Yes, we have Dungeons & Dragons books in Kohl's and Chapters and such now. Barnes & Noble and Chapters and Kohl's selling board games of things like Apples to Apples and Sheriff of Nottingham. But we're not going to see them really pick these up if they aren't selling well in their stores, because that's not what the focus is. They're going to stop carrying them. So the game store is an absolute necessity. And online is definitely the place where a lot of these sorts of things got their purchasing traction. But a lot of game stores also serve a secondary purpose as a gameplay facility. Here, every store that does Magic the Gathering as a primary product tends to host Magic the Gathering events. Board Game Central, Black Knight Games, Comic Connection, Conspiracy Comics, Top Game, and I know there's at least 3 to 6 or more that I'm forgetting. And they recognize that by having that presence in the store, they're going to be able to sell more in the store. You don't have enough sleeves for this. Okay, here's a packet of sleeves for an extra $6. You find that the tables are causing you too much scuffing on your sleeve. Here's a giant notepad for $15. Your game stores will also host things like D&D nights or Pathfinder Society or other RPGs, because maybe your current circle of friends aren't into these games, but plenty of strangers will drop by a store before they might some stranger's house, or maybe you don't want to have strangers over at your house. And the big one, miniature games. Some people have storage bins and drawers and closets filled with terrain, but up at Black Knight Games and at Lords of War in Oakville and plenty of other places, this is not something you have to concern yourself with because they often have terrain there. I'm not saying that a store being present in your area means you have to go and support it, period. A store might have prices outside your budget compared to others. A store might have practices that you can't abide by. A store might foster an unwelcoming community that you don't want to be part of. Here in Hamilton, we're spoiled for choice with most of our game stores. For anything miniatures, it's primarily Black Knight Games. No real problem I have there supporting that place as an event center. Board Game Central, downtown in Jackson Square, is primarily a Magic store. They've recently moved to a new larger location where they're considering other things though, and with the staff there being very invested Magic players, you're going to get quite that community fostered there, and they want to be inclusive to all kinds of people and players. At Lords of War out in Oakville, I've seen terrain setups for all kinds of games, including Batman, Infinity, Warhammer, and Age of Sigmar. The game store is going to be your best asset as a tabletop gamer. If you discover a new one, don't be afraid to at least check it out. Even if you have a store that you're already dedicated to, maybe this new store does something different or provides a certain product that you don't normally see at your current store. Maybe they hold events on a schedule that suits yours better. Maybe they hold more events that are of interest to you. Granted, most of us will probably be able to find just about anything our local game store carries much cheaper online at something like Amazon. Without your support, the game store won't stay open. You won't have a place to just do drop-ins or arrange regular scheduled meetups. Building a community is hard enough with game stores oftentimes. Without, it's a nightmare. So continuing on with VEDA, join me back here tomorrow for the next installment, and until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll talk to you soon.
It's a seed. I see it. Love you.